Hello, folks. I greet you. Welcome to the biggest rendezvous for gentlemen of the Fourth Estate. It is journalist hangout time. Welcome. I'm Citizen Jones Hussein. Now, today on the program, President Tinubu tasks military to take war to bandits camps after attack on army base in Maiduguri, just as Governor Zulum donates 300 million naira to slain soldiers' families. Drama in Rivers State as pro-Wike lawmakers override Governor Fubara, and we'll share this with you. Pass 3 bills into law, vow to continue sitting. And later on, Atiku's men, El Rufai, Al Mustafa, and others meet SDP leaders, just as Delta State Governor denies planning to dump PDP. I'm hanging out with the team captain, Babajide Kolade Otitoju, BKO. I greet you, BKO.
Good evening, citizen. Good evening, viewers.
Yeah, and of course, BKO, we have gentleman Tony Nwadigo here.
Yes. Thank you.
Tony, I greet you.
Delta man.
Yeah, proud Delta.
Good evening, Nigerians. Good evening, viewers.
Okay, so the team is ready. I hope you are. Now to our first story. According to a child psychologist, Ben Stein, screaming at children over their grades, especially to the point of the child's tears, is child abuse, and it is not good parenting. A Lagos teacher, Stella Nwadigo, who was caught on video physically assaulting a 3-year-old pupil in the Ikorodu area of Lagos, has been granted bail by a magistrate's court in Lagos. Child abuse is a no-no in this day and age. A lesson will be taught, I believe, Bikil.
Yes, I believe that there is a toxic culture already in our schools, and the protection of children needs to be prioritized. I think that the entire education system needs to be overhauled with relevant laws and policies put in place. I also think that the Ministry of Education needs to do its oversight and do it properly. There are many of these schools that are badly run, low standard schools. That's where these sort of things are happening. Look, similar cruelties are happening in many of the schools. It just happened that this one, the age of social media, got on the cyberspace, and people showed justified anger about the way that 3-year-old boy was treated. What I also discovered was that even the mother of that child works in the same school. Can you imagine? The mother works in that school, and you tend to have this feeling that there is a misunderstanding between the teacher and the mother of the child. And then she decided to visit a hangar on the hapless little boy. This issue, from my findings, this issue is not new. It's been there for some time, but the school management didn't take action, until this video got on the internet. I believe that in the fullness of time, exemplary lesson will be learned, because once she's put on trial, the law is clear. Section 135 and 172 of the Lagos State Criminal Law 2015 forbids indecent treatment of a child, as well as serious assault and violence to the person. So the police already, they have their job cut out. ASP Raji Hakim is leading the prosecution, and she's been granted bail in the sum of 200,000 naira, and the matter adjourned to February 18, 2025. I am happy because not every Nigerian has lost touch with is humanity. That's why people are really, really enraged seeing that video, the way that boy was slapped.
And of course, pictures don't tell lies.
No, videos are far more believable even than still pictures. So it's, I think at the end of the day, people will pick up valuable lessons from what has happened.
Tony, there's such a thing as transferred aggression. You know, as an adult, managing whatever happens to you is important here, especially when you are dealing with children. A 3-year-old is a child.
It's a child, of course. Of course. When I saw the video, I was just like every other parent.
Yeah.
I was angry, you know, even before the video went viral. Like how, and it wasn't once. She did it like 3 times.
Really?
You know, I think I blame the system to an extent, and a high unemployment rate. You know, before now, teachers were recruited from teachers training colleges.
Yeah.
And then go to some schools, and you see a lot of people who are not supposed to be teachers in the first place. They are teachers, they don't have the patience to teach a child. It's not easy.
Yes.
Even as a parent, there are times you want to
understand the psychology of the child.
To even put the child through, at times you get, but you must continue, otherwise. And when you beat a child like that, others are, you know, maybe it's my turn. I'm scared already coming to you because you're going to apply the same treatment to me. So
what could you possibly teach at that point?
No,
because
she wasn't even teaching. At that point, that's not for me. That's not teaching. That is not that child. We're talking about 3 years here.
Yeah,
talking about 3 years. So I think she has learned a lesson, and then I think we need to change our recruitment process. Everybody cannot be a teacher.
Many people became teachers because they couldn't find
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And you can't continue that way.
You need a skill set to be a good teacher. But you must understand the psychology of the child. You know, for you to get the best out of the child, and it's not by flogging a student that you get. It doesn't even change anything. Yes. For example, now I was very poor in mathematics. They would beat me. It didn't change anything. We had an Indian teacher who flogged me, who tell me to bend my back like Eric Cantona, and he would be flogging me.
It didn't change anything.
It didn't change anything.
It's not by force.
The Indian teacher, I can't forget. The beating. They no longer beat children in schools now.
Nobody takes that.
The way. And then all of those children going to Ilekeu, those Quranic teachers, they can beat kids. Wow. They can. Children fear them more than they fear their parents. Children fear teachers more than they fear their parents. So it's, yes, things are changing, but efforts must be made to get this kind of teachers to realize that it's not by flogging the child that you bring the best out of the child.
But, sorry, Bike, Tony mentioned something about teacher training colleges, and you are wondering if in a 21st century Nigeria it is too late to go back there.
We still have some.
We still have them. We still have
College of Education and all.
College of Education. That is the essence.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
They used to. The only thing is that the teachers featured in the names of those schools in those days. We had the Federal Advanced Teachers College.
Yes.
The Federal Advanced Teachers colleges are the ones we now call colleges of education.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
They changed their names. You know, we had teachers colleges too.
All right.
Grade 2, we call them grade 2 teachers. They had grade 2 teachers in those days. You know, so that from secondary school, you just transit. You become a teacher.
I remember, Tony.
But the thing is, they will teach you those skills.
Oh, yes. Beginning with, if you are not a patient human being, you cannot
handle a child. Yeah, it's not possible.
You know, so,
and that's the mistake we keep making over time.
I remember those far-off days. you were told the headmaster is coming, you hid. Because he was...
Gone are the days.
Oh, yes.
Gone are the days. Most teachers we have now, if you go to Nigerian universities and college and tertiary institutions, not limited to universities, most people you see at the Faculty of Education or Department of Education are people who couldn't gain admission into their preferred department or faculties. So at the end of the day, they end up at the faculties of education or department. So what do you expect? Maybe, for instance, I want to read law, but law didn't give me admission. Then of course, I moved to faculty. That's where most of it ends, you know, the end up at Faculty of Education. And so, majority of them who end up at Faculty of Education end up as teachers.
All right.
I want to read law, but I can't get law. I want to read political science, I can't get law. So at the end of the day, I end up at Faculty.
It's not even their fault.
It's not nobody's fault.
And today's world,
the schools, you train them.
You know, I'm even moving beyond that. This in the past, it was a thing of pride to be a teacher.
Oh yeah.
Today, we treat teachers shabbily. People don't want to be teachers anymore, especially at that level. And a lot of the teachers at that level are so badly trained because these money means road businessmen setting up schools, we know, all in the desire to make money. They do not hire the right quality of teachers, and they are not prepared to pay good wages. So they just get anybody on never do well somewhere. They give him a job, he becomes a teacher. Those poor schools. Let me tell you, no matter what we may say about the public schools, the best teachers are the ones that have had sufficient training. They are in those schools. They are in those schools. They go for training, they get opportunities for career advancement and all that. I still think that even those ones too need to be better remunerated. They need to be incentivized. When we were growing up, it was a thing of pride to be a teacher, and they were even among the best paid. You know? But today, it is the bankers, the people who work at NNPC, the people who work at DMO, you know, those are the people. And nobody wants everybody wants to work in CBN. All these big people in Abuja, those senators, you know. Once there is an opportunity for recruitment in all of those big government agencies where they pay good salaries, they will not allow other people to have the privilege of even competing for those jobs. They feel it with their own children. Extremely selfish public officers in Nigeria. They feel it with their own children, and that's why you see them when CBN wanted to transfer people the other day. They were the ones making all the noise because their children were there. It's terrible. It's terrible. We need to respect teachers. We need to change. Even the frustration of being badly paid, you know, can cause them to transfer aggression to
that's it.
Although we are not justifying it.
But as we said, we have agreed here that a lesson is taught.
Certainly.
Okay, to our next